Hi, my name is Eric and welcome to my YouTube channel. As you can tell, I'm kind of new. I haven't really made anything on YouTube before. I made a vlog a couple weeks ago and I thought that was pretty cool, so I decided to kind of continue with that. I don't really know what direction my YouTube channel will be in, but I recently bought the iPhone 13 Pro Max, and so I kind of wanted to do a tech review on it. So without further ado, here is an unboxing ASMR montage. So I've been using an Android phone ever since I could get my hands on one. I remember in middle school, I got onto the school basketball team, and so my parents wanted to give me a phone, the Motorola flip phone, as a way for them to call me at the end of practices. And so after that, I got the sliding full keyboard phone and then the BlackBerry. I then had the LG G4 towards the end of high school, and it was in the beginning of college when I bought the Nexus 6P, which was quote unquote the phone of the year by MKBHD in 2015. And then towards the end of college, I actually got the OnePlus 7 Pro, which was, again, not to brag, but the 2019 phone of the year by MKBHD too. So I've had Android all my life, but now I've decided to switch to Apple. And this is my first impressions on being in the Apple ecosystem and everything that it has to offer. And so these are genuine first impressions of this phone. And I think it's gonna be a great video for those who are looking to transfer over to Apple, to move over to Apple and see what they have in store for everyone. So without further ado, here's this video and I hope everyone enjoys it. So I've had the iPhone for about a week or so now. I've kind of noticed some key differences between the operating systems of the Android and the iOS system that Apple has. For instance, Apple seems to make their usability, the UI, user-friendly, very user-friendly. I remember there's like just small nuances with the iOS system and the Apple products that I just don't think that the Android system can really compare to. For instance, like the other day, I was at my girlfriend's apartment, and obviously because I had a new phone, I didn't have her Wi-Fi password. And so I was trying to ask her for her Wi-Fi password, which I would usually do if I had the Android phone, if I had my OnePlus 7 Pro or a new one, right? However, all she said was, look at this, check this out. And she sent me the password without me having to do anything with my phone. She just sent the password in to my phone and it logged me into her Wi-Fi automatically. And so like small stuff like that is just insane for someone who's been using an Android phone ever since he could get one in middle school. Another cool feature that the Apple product had was AirDrop. I had heard of AirDrop before, but as an Android user, I never really understood what it was. It's literally the capability to send anything, like pictures or videos, through the internet or through your Wi-Fi or through your cellular data plan, and it'll show up on your friend's phone within a matter of seconds. That is insane to me. So the other day we went to this place called Haunted Trails, and I took a bunch of pictures because unfortunately when you get a new phone like the iPhone 13 Pro Max, your phone becomes our phone within the group. And so a lot of people were taking pictures with my phone, especially with the new Nightscape night mode that the Apple product has launched in the iPhone 13 Pro Max. And although like the 12 Pro Max did have that feature already, it just looks significantly better on my phone. I don't know why. You could see stars, you could see this like astro space that MKBHD mentioned in his video, and you can see it clearly and perfectly and crisply in my photos. And so as soon as all my friends saw that, they're like, Eric, please, we need to use your phone. We need to use your phone to take pictures. And so here's a little bit of just like the different things that I could take with my phone. As you can tell, like everything for me at least just looks a lot cleaner, a lot crispier. The color contrast between each picture is just significantly different from what I took a picture with my, let's say, OnePlus 7 Pro, or even the Nexus 6P, which was the 2015 phone of the year. And as soon as everyone was done taking pictures of my phone, as soon as I lost my phone for about an hour, exaggeration, it was probably only like 30 minutes max, but as soon as I got my phone back, everybody asked me to airdrop, and me being an Android user since I could ever get a phone, I didn't know how to do it. But luckily, my girlfriend, who has had Apple products for a while, showed me the tricks to do it, and I was able to share all these pictures that I took with my phone. So, just to wrap it up a little bit with this, having this phone for about a week, I haven't fully grasped the complete capabilities of the phone. I know, however, Apple seems to make their products very user friendly, and so I know there's a little meta that you have to step into. There's a little learning curve, but once you get through that learning curve, I feel like it's a very easy phone to use and a very easy operating system to use. I'm very excited where this phone will take me. I think the cinematic mode is amazing. I think that the ProMotion feature is amazing, and I also think that the battery life is insane. Picture quality is insanely crisp, and I highly recommend this phone to anyone who wants it. When I was looking at the September Apple event, it seemed like there was only like 3 key features that it really popped out to me compared to its predecessor, the 12 Pro Max. One of them being the display. They have this thing called ProMotion now, which is basically you can grind up all the way to 120 Hz and all the way down to 10 Hz. And so when you're doing something like watching a video on YouTube that is set at 60 frames per second, your phone will probably only throttle to about 60 Hz just to match its frame rate and save on battery life. If you're scrolling through Instagram feeds or TikTok and you're just like scrolling, you'll probably want the crispy, the smooth, fluid 120 Hz. If you're looking at an email or just like a BuzzFeed article, or like, I don't know why you would be on a BuzzFeed article, sorry BuzzFeed, or CNN, and you're just looking at an article and the letters on the screen are at still, your phone will probably throttle down to 10 Hz like the Apple event had. The screen is still the same OLED display. It is mentioned that the Apple iPhone 13 Pro Max has a brighter screen. It records at about max peak at 1000 nits versus the 12 Pro Max, which was only at 800 nits. So your screen will be slightly 25%, as Apple advertised, brighter than its predecessor. Compared the iPhone 13 Pro Max to its predecessor, which was the iPhone 12 Pro Max, I also had my OnePlus 7 Pro, which was my daily driver since 2019, and I compared all their picture qualities to each other. And so I went around the apartment complex and took some really cool pictures, and here they are. As you can tell, for the first one, we took a picture of the skee ball area, and in my general opinion, I think that the 13 Pro Max had a slightly crispier picture, a slightly more higher resolution picture than the 12 Pro Max, and even so with the OnePlus 7 Pro. And just like these pictures, the colors look a lot more contrasted. As they say in the introductions at the Apple events during the September one and even the October one that just passed, your blacks become blacker and your colors become more vibrant. And so there's a lot more contrast between the two, and I think that's why the 13 Pro Max seems to have a lot better, higher quality pictures and videos. So if you look at these pictures that I'm flipping through right now, I feel like there's a general consensus that the 13 Pro Max has by far the better pictures and better resolution and better quality than its predecessor and the OnePlus 7 Pro. Although the iPhone 13 Pro Max doesn't have fast charging or lightning charging yet, it does have an insane endurance for an iPhone. I know that the iPhone 12 Pro Max, as advertised, had about 12 hours of video playback, but the iPhone 13 Pro Max has about 25 hours of playback. And those numbers aren't just on screen, those aren't just on the paper. I've used this phone for about a week, and I would say I'm about a less than average phone user. I don't really use that much of my phone. I don't spend that much time using my phone and looking at my phone that much. However, it seems like I get about 10 to 12 hours of just screen time usage before my phone really does die out. And for someone like me who doesn't really use their phone that much for their screen time, or like aren't scrolling on TikTok or on Instagram for hours on hours, it takes about 2 days for me to go to an outlet and find another charge. It takes me about 2 days, so that is insane for a phone. I remember when I first got the OnePlus 7 Pro, it gave me about 1.5 days of charge, and so you can tell that there's a dramatic difference between the 13 Pro Max and its predecessor. With the inclusion of the A15 Bionic chip, which boasts better efficiency for its user, you can tell the difference between the battery life between this phone and the phone previous to it. And finally, the camera. I've mentioned this before, I'm gonna put the pictures back up so you can tell. There's a dramatic difference. It is insanely clear compared to the 12 Pro Max, and all my friends loved using this phone. And so this is definitely probably going to be one of the phone of the years in my book for 2021. Obviously, I don't have my hands, I'm not a tech YouTuber, I don't have my hands on the Samsung Galaxy S21 Plus, but come on. This is an insane upgrade compared to the OnePlus 7 Pro. And with that being said, do I recommend the iPhone 13 Pro Max to anyone who's looking to get it? I do. I genuinely do. This is an insane phone. If you have the 12 Pro Max, it's probably not time for an upgrade. Obviously, you've only had your 12 Pro Max for a year. If you have anything like the 11, 10, 8, 7s, or 6s, you should probably start investing in the new phone. It is an amazing phone. I actually haven't been able to try out other features like cinematic mode. I didn't really get that to work. I didn't really know how to, so we'll talk about that in a later update. Or the ProRes, which is unavailable to Apple iPhones right now, as it will come in a later update. On that note, I just want to mention that the 128GB version does not have ProRes. I think it's because Apple believes that it probably doesn't have the storage capabilities to hold ProRes. Fun fact, it takes about 6GB to store 1 minute of ProRes video. So just that being said, you probably only have like 30 minutes of video time before your entire storage of the 128GB model will be stored up. So that's probably why Apple decided not to do that. Now back onto the topic, do I recommend this phone? As an Android user since I was in middle school, I've never really delved into Apple products until now, and I can see why a lot of my friends use Apple products. The user-friendly interface, the iOS system is just insanely easy for anyone. I know there's a slight learning curve and a lot of people are afraid to transition over to an Apple product. However, I genuinely think that it is a good idea to now. I've been sold on Apple. I believe that Apple is doing the right thing with their products, and I know they're kind of expensive to some of you guys, some of the people out there, but I genuinely think that it's an amazing phone. So with that being said, I hope everyone has a good day. I know that times are tough out there. Stay safe and see you in the next video. Peace.